Hello to all astrology lovers. Today in this video we discuss retrograde Uranus in the zodiac sign of Taurus. Before we look at the features of the retrograde of this planet, let's first define what Uranus is responsible for. How does it manifest in our lives? What does it influence? Well, first of all, Uranus is the planet of unpredictability and surprises. It is associated with surprises. It is connected to everything new that happens in our lives. These are innovations. These are changes in our lives. This is a flow of original ideas. In astrology, Uranus represents the principle of revolution and freedom, such as Uranus symbolizes unconventional thinking, our desire for change in life, which can, by the way, be very unexpected and sometimes even quite radical. And the energy of Uranus relates to everything connected with progress, revolution, and unconventional approaches in all areas of life. And the main qualities of this planet are, of course, originality and innovation. That is, Uranus is associated with new ideas and technological achievements. This definitely includes technology and airplanes, by the way, as well. The cosmos is indeed everything truly related to the creation and acceptance of completely new concepts and solutions that can radically change the existing order of things in our lives. Uranus is responsible for freedom and independence and symbolizes the very pursuit of freedom and autonomy. It can manifest as a desire to free oneself from certain limitations. These can be personal, social, or professional limitations. This planet helps us overcome old structures, old habits, and create entirely new opportunities in our lives. And in addition, Uranus brings us unexpected changes and surprises, meaning these are sudden alterations. These changes can manifest in various areas of life, including work, relationships, and personal interests. These changes can be both positive and negative, indeed naturally emphasizing the importance of our ability to adapt and be very, very flexible to these changes, indeed extremely flexible. Uranus is also responsible for collective and social movements. I would like to remind you that it rules Aquarius. This is, of course, primarily about freedom, about equality, about justice. And Uranus is also associated with collective and social changes. That is, it can be related to reforms, revolutions, and various movements, mass movements, which are aimed specifically at improving the social structure, focused on the realization of social justice. And the question arises how to work with the energies of Uranus in our lives. First of all, it is very important to be open to change, meaning to accept any changes and be flexible. This is indeed the key to truly successfully working with the energy of this planet. When the energies of Uranus influence us, always be ready to adapt to completely new circumstances, to seek opportunities for growth and development. Uranus is all about that. It also gives us creativity, that is, the activation of creativity, and provides us with innovations. And naturally, these energies need to be used to implement new ideas and unconventional solutions in any area of life, whether it be business or personal relationships. It is very important to develop your creativity and seek unique approaches to solving various problems. Here we also talk about being free and independent because Uranus gives us these energies. It encourages us to seek ways to be independent, to express ourselves freely, and to work on creating a space for ourselves where we can be our true selves. And it also helps, of course, to work through the energy of Uranus simply by interacting with these unexpected events. That is, it is very important to develop the skill of responding to unexpected events and circumstances with an open mind, a positive attitude, and to naturally use these changes as opportunities for future growth. Now I want to draw your attention to how Uranus behaves in the zodiac sign Taurus. Uranus in Taurus is a transit that combines the energy of revolutionary changes, changes related to material resources, our security, and stability. It specifically pertains to material stability. In Taurus, which is simply known as the sign of Taurus, it is known for its attachment to stability and materialism. Uranus brings changes that may initially seem unexpected and unpredictable to us, especially when it comes to our money, values, and property. But later, everything converts in such a way that these changes and surprises work in our favor. And of course, one of the key themes of Uranus in Taurus is the reevaluation and transformation of our relationship with material resources and finances. In other words, this transit brings us unexpected changes, specifically in the area of personal and financial savings. Here we can see our ability to manage money, savings, and investments, and all of this becomes a subject of reevaluation. Uranus is precisely stimulating the implementation of unconventional, innovative solutions in these areas of life. It compels us to seek new ways of obtaining and using resources in various ways. Moreover, the transit of Uranus through Taurus shows the necessity of reevaluating our value system and our concept of security. That is, we can focus on what is important to us in life and how we can ensure our security in life. This transit and this period make us aware that the familiar ways of ensuring stability and security no longer work and, indeed, of course, require renewal and change. Uranus is precisely provoking these changes, both internal and external. It affects our perception of material well-being and stability. Uranus in Taurus also gives us a transformation of our habits and approaches in life, especially in managing our resources. This is a time when, during this transit, we can implement something new and more effective, meaning these are more effective methods and ways of managing money and resources. And here, ideas may arise about how we can change our financial habits, what needs to be done to set long-term financial goals, and how to effectively achieve them. That is, Uranus specifically emphasizes innovative approaches. It compels us to be open to new ways of interacting with money and resources. Additionally, Uranus, of course, brings us various opportunities and challenges. And considering that this is the sign of Taurus, it is natural that they are often related to material matters. By the way, significant improvements in the financial and material sphere can occur during this transit. And the only thing that is important is to remain open to receiving the necessary information, discovering effective ways to interact with money, and to realize the idea of stability and security, especially regarding financial matters. And most importantly, Uranus, and this is indeed primarily freedom. Another important point to consider is that Taurus is generally a sign of possession, meaning that Uranus in Taurus represents free possession. And here Uranus is in its fall in the zodiac sign that is fundamentally opposite to Uranus in characteristics. Uranus may perhaps feel a bit out of place in Taurus. Therefore, for each of us, this is a period of certain financial transformation that affects absolutely all areas of our lives. Here, we may see changes in bank cards, banks, accounts, taxes, various pension accruals, loan repayments, and income from investments. Naturally, Uranus in Taurus touches upon the topic of real estate. There can also be potentially unexpected surprises here that will play in your favor in the near or distant future. Uranus generally seeks to free us from everything that holds us back and slows our progress forward if we do not adhere to this principle, because Uranus equals freedom. So since August 28th, as you know, we have had Uranus in a stationary position. Currently, it became fully retrograde exactly on September 5th, 2024. And naturally, here Uranus brings us special energy into our lives. Let's talk about its retrograde motion. When Uranus is in its retrograde phase, it manifests in completely different aspects of personal, social, and financial spheres of life. And we will definitely discuss in which houses of the horoscope Uranus is definitely located in Taurus and currently in retrograde. So, the retrograde periods for Uranus are a time when its energies are internally processed and require reassessment, especially in those areas where the planet brings us sudden changes, and retrograde Uranus influences our lives in various ways through the careful rethinking of certain changes and innovations. It gives us an inner revolution, provides us with self-analysis, prompts us to reconsider the very idea of freedom and independence brings us internal transformations and offers reforms in all areas of life. There may also be potentially significant issues with unexpected changes, or Uranus helps us to uncover hidden behavioral patterns and trends. Therefore, each person will experience retrograde Uranus in their own way, but nonetheless, when Uranus is retrograde specifically in Taurus, it represents a special period when energies are directed towards reassessing and rethinking financial matters, material resources, personal security, and overall personal stability in this world. And of course, this period also brings us unique features and indeed various challenges. Retrograde Uranus will definitely make us reassess our material values, our relationships with money and resources. There may also be potentially significant delays related to flights, for example, or with some foreign documents, or there could be bottlenecks in terms of technological interactions, in processing and handling of various aspects such as flights and foreign documents. There will also be changes in personal security, and it may be necessary to, in general and overall, reevaluate some approaches to saving and protecting your material resources. Completely unexpected sources of income may also potentially and unexpectedly open up here. There may be some unexpected changes in income, and your financial situation may fluctuate both positively and negatively. New sources of additional income, as I mentioned, here are new and important resources. The retrograde period allows us to discover some unconventional, innovative, and unique ways to increase our income, and creative and original. And retrograde Uranus will help us take a look at our habits and routines, specifically in terms of finances. It will give us the opportunity to rethink our attitude towards material values, consumerism, investments, and our savings. And what is also extremely important to consider here is that retrograde Uranus will definitely be at 27 degrees Taurus. Speaking of the general symbolism of this degree, the 27th degree of Taurus is associated with the completion of certain cycles in the realm of material and financial matters. And here we may come to realize that we have reached a certain level or point of maturity, specifically in our understanding of financial and material issues. Most likely here, Uranus will require us to make some significant decisions in order to move to a new level of stability and sustainability. Moreover, the 27th degree of Taurus is naturally associated with the element of earth. It is a matter of practicality. It is a matter of realism. And here, we most likely need to be more practical in planning our finances, definitely practical in managing our resources, and prepare ourselves to overcome any obstacles. The retrograde of Uranus in the zodiac sign of Taurus will last until February 2025. That is, there is plenty of time to reconsider, rethink, and reassess, and Uranus will become fully direct exactly on February 3rd, 2025. Throughout this transit, we will definitely discuss important and significant aspects with other outer planets, whether social or personal, in additional videos. Now let's consider the transit of retrograde Uranus in Taurus for each of the 12 zodiac signs. Dear Libra, retrograde Uranus is in your 8th house of the horoscope. It is a very interesting house, resonating with the 12th. And of course, the 8th house emphasizes themes related to your personal transformations primarily, as well as financial resources, especially if these resources are shared or if they are money that you haven't earned but have access to. Also, the theme of intimate relationships though comes to the forefront here. The issue of inheritance debts or something related to psychology, esotericism, or the psyche may also come to the forefront. The 8th house is generally the area of our deep changes, transformations, and personal crises, through which we go and renew ourselves. And Uranus is also the planet of renewal. In retrograde, it gives us the opportunity for resetting and rejuvenation. And this will concern finances, it will concern personal and intimate relationships, as I mentioned. And here, of course, there will be very sudden and unexpected changes in these areas of life. By the way, during this transit, you can get rid of certain old attachments if we are talking about intimate relationships. In general, here, retrograde Uranus will bring you changes in the area of financial resources. especially if these are resources with your marital partner, for example, or if they are financial obligations related to debts and loans, as well as investment issues. And of course, retrograde Uranus will compel you to reevaluate your financial agreements with partners, banks, and investors. A very good period to rethink your psychology, personal connection, and intimate relationships, and to address the emotional bond in your personal relationships. Uranus will want more freedom from you in personal, intimate relationships. It will also bring you, my dear Libras, transformations through crises, because the 8th house represents our personal changes, and they stimulate us towards personal growth. Unexpected events and situations will occur that will bring about these transformations. Questions regarding inheritance and debts are relevant for you, as well as financial obligations, legal matters, and any financial documents related to your material resources. In order to work with the energies of Uranus, you must pay attention to your financial obligations. It is essential to thoroughly reevaluate all financial agreements in order to ensure accuracy. Perhaps completely new terms of financial agreements will open up for you here. It is very important during this transit to pay attention to your personal relationships and any connections that have long become toxic. This can be in a personal sense as well as in the context of some financial interaction. This means it is important for you to remain open to unconventional approaches to solving personal crises, or generally to stay open to personal transformations, because Uranus will definitely provide you with these in the 8th house. And here, some information from the realm of esotericism may be revealed, and there may be insights, realizations, and new practices, particularly spiritual practices. Everything may open up for you. To work through all of this, let go of your fears and blocks, pay attention to your subconscious, and perhaps work with a specialist to rid yourself of everything that limits you in these areas of life. In any case, I wish you success. Subscribe, like, and share this video.